Hey folks, it's Chris with MarketWurks. We're here with another video tutorial on version 2.0 of MarketWurks. Today we're going to take a look at this market pages option. It's one of our newer features, so we wanted to get in there and get you all set up on how you can activate this for your market. Now, when you go down the regular navigation tab, you're going to see the Pages tab here, which is where you can actually create some pages. But before we do that, what we want to do is click on Settings and go down to your market page. And this is going to prompt you to create a subdomain name for your market page. So again, this is something that is specific to your market. So you're going to create this, and we're just going to call this demo. So that will be the subdomain, demo.mymarket.org. And let's just call this demo market page. And I'll try and get my typing properly there. And once we have that sitting in there, we can save this. That is going to be saved successfully. And now, if I go into here and I click on demo.mymarket.org, this is going to take me to my new page that is just being set up now. You'll see that this is what that URL takes us to. As we put in here, we want a demo market page. It says there's no public resources to show here. We can log in to access the private view. Now, before we do that, let's create some resources that you can actually see what's going on. So we've created our page. That's great. That's the last time we have to go into Markets page and settings. We can now go to the Pages tab inside of your navigation bar on the left-hand side. Now, if we go in here, we can add a new page, and we're going to call this Demo Page 1, and let's call it Public. This is information that we want the public to be able to see, public info, and we will make the visibility on it public. And we're going to attach something like an image of, well, let's see if we can find something. Let's put a map of the Southwest Edmonton Farmers Market in there just to make things kind of cool. So now we've got this in there. We've got a page name, we've got a bit of content, and we've actually got an image. So we can now publish this. That is going to show up as a public part of the page. And we can add a new page, and this one is going to be private. So just for members to access, demo page private. And this content is going to be secret. And we're going to keep this as private. And we're going to upload an image, and we'll scare some folks here. So let's just upload a really crazy image. We'll go all the way down here. We'll pull something out of the old group of things. And how's this for something that's scary, eh? That'll work. I love doing these things just for fun. Oh, it shows up sideways. Perfect. We can now go in and we can publish that one. So we've got a private one and we've got a public one, okay? So private one here and public one there. We can now go to our demo market page and we can give a little refresh on that. And that is going to show that we now have our public posting. So this is the one public posting that's there. You might want to put some information on there about, hey, listen, this is some stuff that you want to know about our market that you don't want to necessarily put on your website, or if you don't have room to put it on it, it's a specific subdomain for your market within our server. So we've got the demo market page there, public, a little bit of info, and then there's the image. If they want, say this was a coupon or something for the public, they could click on that and that would load up there, and then they can actually go ahead and download that if they want to as well. Now we are looking at how we are going to log into this. So say you have a vendor who wants to be able to log in and see the private stuff that only vendors can see, and also to be able to view information from their profile. So they're going to go here and they're going to log in. They will be prompted to log in either with an email and a password. If they don't have an account, they can request one here. For this one, I used my MarketWurks address. And I actually spelled that correctly. So we can send the request for this, and you'll now see that it will bring them to an email verification. That vendor will get an email with a code that they can enter into here. So I'm just going to pop over to my inbox for this and see if I can't find that code. Now I have gone and checked my email and I have found that there is a code that was indeed sent, and it says account registration for demo page test. So I'm going to take that code and I'm going to copy it into there and I'm going to submit it. Now I am prompted to enter a password, which we will call test123, and then we will call test123 again. We're going to set that password, and I have to have more than that. So we'll put 4 there and set the password. Okay. Do I want to save this password? Never. Now, if I want to go and I want to log in here, I can go to log in and then I can use my email, which is chris@marketworks.com, and I can put in here test 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to be able to log in, and now I can access not only the private information there, but also, or the public as well. So here we go, demo page private, secret stuff, and then, ooh, scary picture of big, run away, please. Not very good at all. Now, the other option that we have here is the vendor can now change their password, they can log out, or they can go and look at their information. So in this case, as I mentioned in the introductory video, it is a nice little synopsis of the vendor's sign-up information. It's got the date they signed up, their email address, contact person, the dates that they signed up there, and that is everything that is in there. What we've got is going in, we've gone into settings, we've gone into market page, we've created our subdomain demo.mymarket.org, we've given it a name across the top, demo market page. We've been able to go in and go to pages, and we have created a public and a private posting that will go to that subdomain. And if we go to that demo market page, we can see that we were able to view the information from the vendor's submission. And this is just a synopsis of it. It doesn't have their entire piece again, but it's got the basics of their information, their dates and their contact, their categories. They can also view the public and the private submissions that are there. And then if we log out of here, we're going to take it back to where this is just the public version of this demo market page. So there we have it. This is probably the shortest tutorial we have to do. Cool little thing. Once again, great resource for being able to put attachments or documents or instructions for vendors to be able to go in and access outside of just sending it to an email for them. Huge amount of fun. Get in there, play around with it. Again, the long-term goal on this is that at some point, we would like to be able to allow this to be the first brick in the foundation of being able to enable not only for the markets to have their own basic web page through MarketWurks, but also for them to be able to allow vendors to go in and request changes to their profile. That's a ways down the road. Don't get too excited about that one, but it is that building brick. And that's what it's all about, laying down the foundations. Thanks very much for coming in. Thanks again for being part of the MarketWurks family. And we will see you at another video tutorial very, very soon. Cheers.